It is Flash's fault.
He always
Okay,
makes us late.
we are golden. We are back with the Fanboys and the Retro Review, and we're still doing Night Quest stuff. So that's a fun time.
How much longer is this?
Yeah, we've been on this for a hot
Much
minute.
longer.
Yeah, I'm gonna veto the story.
Yeah, I'm about ready to move on to something else.
Just because it's honestly, I don't mind the story, but some of
It's
the
a good
art,
story.
some of the art is bad. I don't know why, but some of the art is just bad. But whatever. Let's jump into some news real quick. Anybody got anything for DC Comics news?
Apparently, supposedly, Ezra Miller may not be the Flash in the Flashpoint movie. I heard that because of all of that. Well, apparently, because all that stuff of him pushing that girl or whatever from a year or so ago, now that's coming back up again. And
What
apparently,
happened?
there's a
Such a good girl.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
About 2 years ago.
yeah, like he pushed a girl. I don't even know the whole story. I just know it.
Why do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a kerfuffle with him and a fan, and he got in trouble. But the reason, from what I understand, the reason why it was like dropped almost immediately is because it was self-defense, and he was probably a little drunk. But I doubt that he's not going to be the Flash, considering they filmed a good portion of the movie
I was
already.
gonna say, haven't they started filming?
They've already started filming.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So I wasn't sure, but that's just what I heard, that there's a rumor going around. I mean, I would be okay with it, but
You're at the wrong show.
I'm
bud.
sure they can just CGI him. I mean, they did such great CGI work on Superman's upper lip. So
Oh, they did a wonderful job on Superman's upper lip. Wonderful job on Superman's upper lip. But yeah, on the news front, it has been kind of slow.
yeah, I haven't seen much.
Trying to find the article, but they did announce who they did cast as Green Lantern in the Justice League movie.
Really?
And it's someone I'd never heard of. And I cannot find the article.
Oh, and Zack Snyder revealed it. What does?
It was Zack Snyder revealed it. Yeah.
Oh, from that. Oh, I see. The guy that was in there that looked like
What guy?
You're talking about the one from the Justice League movie, right?
Yeah.
The Green Lantern that kind of looked like Beta Ray Bill.
Nope.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I know who you're talking about, but like that's not the character I thought was going to be in the movie. From what I understand, this was going to be Hal Jordan.
Oh, okay.
But the actor they picked, I've never heard of him. I mean, I could totally be wrong. And
Well, this is from the deleted scene, right? Like you're not talking about a new movie, are you?
No, like his original vision of Justice League,
Right,
included a Green Lantern that was, from Earth.
I think it was going to be a Jon Stewart.
Yeah, I didn't check who the actor was. I just looked at the name. I don't know.
Yeah, Wayne T. Carr.
Wayne T. Carr. Yeah,
I don't know who that is.
I'd have to look that up too.
Yeah.
Jordan Fisher is playing Bart Allen in the CW Flash show.
I'm so done with CW anything.
Bart's in the CW Flash show now?
Yep. So he'll be here for a short time, hopefully.
Just in time for the show to get canceled.
Yeah. Dude, the Flash is the only show doing good that CW has, surprisingly.
I don't know. I was a big fan of Legends of Tomorrow. My wife and I used to watch it a lot.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
And then we had, a kid and it ruined it.
Yeah. Well, that show was a little bit more fun. Like they didn't get into all the stupidness. Like, I mean, it was just stupid to begin with, so you could just like have fun with it.
Yeah, the concept was silly. And what's nice is like they brought back all these characters from other shows that maybe didn't do so well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is nice. They even brought back, Matt Ryan's John Constantine, which I thought was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that show is a good vessel for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they'll bring back Swamp Thing.
Yeah. Do you remember when that came out? They actually came out, I think it was like 4 issues of like a thick square bound book called Legends of Tomorrow.
I don't know.
I've got them in my collection somewhere. I think one's got like Metamorpho in it.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I know there was a story called the Legends of Tomorrow, but I never actually knew who was in it. Yeah, okay. I agree with Warlord. I like that show too, and it was a shame that it only lasted one season. Maybe it's poetic, that Swamp Thing and Constantine both only got one season. That was a good show. It's a shame, and there's still a big push to bring that show back. It's here we are years later, and they're still banging the drum to bring it back.
If you're feeling like you're missing it, Tony, I can pause real quick and go get my book to show you. If you want to see it, I told you can see it whenever you want.
I'm good, bro.
And I think mine came in the mail yesterday too, so I can go grab mine too.
That's gonna be awful. You, me, and Tim holding them up.
There's me, empty-handed. Someday I'm gonna find a nice autographed copy and make everybody jealous.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know if this is old news, but they announced the cast of the Sandman TV show too.
Oh yeah, there's a Constantine in that universe too.
Yep.
Which is weird. At some point in Warner Brothers, there's going to be 3 John Constantines, all played by 3 different actors.
Yep.
Wow. Now, what station is that going to be on?
Netflix.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Vertigo. I mean, it's still DC Warner Brothers, but it falls under some kind of license where they can do it, or I don't know the logistics of it. But they're doing a big Sandman universe on Netflix, and the guy who plays in The Kingsman is the new John Constantine for that universe. Like, for the life of me, cannot remember his name.
That would be. I could see that. That would be pretty cool if they did Vertigo stuff on Netflix, kind of like the way they were doing like the Marvel stuff with the Defenders and all, right?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool if they did Vertigo.
Yep, that's what they're gonna do. And then, we have the Keanu Reeves. They've basically confirmed him coming back as John Constantine, and we have Constantine in the HBO Max universe. That who knows who they're gonna pick up, but who knows? Hopefully it's Matt Ryan, but at this point I seriously doubt it. That would be amazing. But as for news, it has been pretty slow.
Yeah,
at least for me.
You know what good news there is? We're going to the moon, boys. That's all I'm saying.
Some of us are already at the moon because we only invested when it was a nickel.
Right? Yeah.
So we...
I know it's really funny reading the stories now, and we're totally off on another tangent, but it's funny reading the stories today, and they're talking about the people that got in when it was 6 cents, right? And I'm like, I got in when it was 6 cents a week ago because of these two guys. It's like a week later, and they're like, "Oh yeah, way back then."
way back a long time ago.
No, and what's funny about it though is I didn't even know you got in, and then you're like, "Hey, like you hit me up at night or something," and you're like, "Hey, I need to tell you something." And I was like, "Dude, what did you say?" Like, I thought you two idiots were messing around and were stupid, but then I just bought some anyways. I was like.
I was like, I want to be stupid with you. That's fine. You guys are having too much fun to be doing it alone.
It's fun. Yeah, I'm having a great time with it. It's definitely a lot of fun to keep up with.
This is how you buy your Constantine right here. This is it.
With Dogecoin.
Especially if it gets up to $1 or $2, I might buy a few copies.
There you go.
That would be too fun.
Do not take investing advice from us, though.
Yeah, this full disclosure: we are not financial advisors. We have absolutely no clue what we're doing. We just got lucky.
Just a couple idiots.
One time. But that's okay because I'm sure there's some ding dong out there who bought 1 Bitcoin when it was like a penny, and now he's like, sweet.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be fun? But moving on here. I know we're pressed for. You got Walking Dead tonight, there, Dave?
No, it's done.
Okay, it's done. Okay, never mind. Perfect. So we'll chill here.
I do have a book show for tonight.
Do you? Is it anything cool? Is it anything cool?
It is.
I can't wait to see what it is. Very excited. Very excited. I heard you were chasing that Batgirl book. Hopefully you got it.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, we got what is it? Detective Comics 671, 672. I got to admit though, for 671, I was reading it. It was very confusing at first because I missed a panel. You know, like they have those movie things where like they come up and they're like, action,
Yeah.
I missed that panel. So I got everything down from there and I was like, what is happening?
You missed the movie part.
I that's the only part that I missed, but I just happened to see where Batman is like a little kid.
Oh yeah, that part is awesome.
So let me see if I can do a quick
I don't think you're allowed to do that anymore, are you?
What?
Show that little kid Batman.
Yeah. Well, this one's okay. This one's okay.
All right.
Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. So this is where I started. Just because I thought all this was credits and stuff. I was like, okay, let me get through here. And I was like, the Batman. I was like, what happened to him? Like, what happened to Batman? So I like read down
and it is now.
And it still wasn't.
When Bane broke him, he shattered his spine and it got all compressed.
Yep, that's what it looks like. So I was very confused and I kept reading and I was like, this isn't making any sense. Like, what is happening? So I started over and then I found all this stuff that it was like, and I remembered previous episode that he was making a movie and that made more sense and I figured it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's 671. The beginning of it, at least, is Joker's making a movie about Batman.
Yeah,
and he has a little kid playing Batman. So that's kind of weird.
Now, do you mind if I take this one? Because I'll
Go
be
for
perfectly honest, I did not finish the second part of the second book.
Go for it. Go for it.
So okay, so. For those of you that remember, we are we started off the fanboys. We did Nightfall, right, where Bane breaks Batman's back, but now we're doing Night Quest. We're about halfway through the story. We've got Jean-Claude Valley as the new Batman with his like sharpened razor claws. And yes, we where we left off, the Joker is filming a movie. And he's got these movie execs like buying into his vision. And basically he's making a movie for the killing of Batman. And when they start out here, they think that it's just a movie. And very quickly they begin to realize like, wait a minute, I think he actually wants to kill the Batman. So let's see. It flashes over and we've got the Batman in Gotham City now. And he is fighting Frankenstein. Hey, Flash, you might want to mute just for a second here. Sorry, thanks. So we've got the Batman on the streets of Gotham, and he is fighting the Frankenstein, the Wolfman, and I guess that's Dracula. But like old black and white, like Dracula and Frankenstein, which I don't know why. And they're just crooks in costumes. I don't know why they're in these costumes, but he takes them out pretty quick. And there is this girl that they are attacking in this alley, and he saves her and he takes her home, and he does his Batman thing in saving the girl. Let's see. Again, Bruce Wayne is still missing. We don't know where he's at. I guess he's getting himself fixed. And meanwhile, Wayne Manor just sits there kind of like decaying. Nobody's taking care of it. Alfred's not there. And there's actually this cool scene where there's these two kids picking up rocks and throwing it through the windows. And there's no more windows to even break because people have just been like, again, the house isn't being cared for. But they leave when they feel the ground shake because it's Batman in his, if you remember from a few issues ago, he found a Batmobile or a Bat train, I guess, under the streets of Gotham. And so when he fired it up, it shook the ground and scared these kids away that were breaking the glass. It was kind of funny. I don't know why, but and he's still having these visions of Saint Dumas, who and the system, they call it. The system is like the training, the subconscious training that he's got through this religious order of Saint Dumas. And it just keeps popping up every once in a while. I mean, the guy is like not well. He's hallucinating. It's clear he's got some demons. Let's see. So now basically he is still just going out through Gotham. He actually gets pretty annoyed that he has to stop criminals because he just doesn't understand the need for all of this crime in Gotham, whatnot. And while he's out there just catching ordinary criminals, it's the Joker who's actually out there filming all of this, right? And he doesn't realize that yet, but the Joker's following all of this. And then, this was weird too. You've got, there's these three guys on the street that he's fighting. And again, for some reason, they're wearing very strange outfits. For instance, the one guy is Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. How did they even get the rights to do that, I wonder?
That's weird.
Did you guys notice that?
Yeah.
Well, I think it was a lot to do with, just like when they were doing Batman and Predator and stuff like that, they probably paid to use likenesses for X amount of time or whatever.
Yeah. And I think the other one might be Terminator. And I'm not sure who the third one is. The third one almost looks like Night Watch, I think it is, from Marvel Comics. It's weird. But yeah, so he's fighting Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And apparently his gauntlets that he wears can repel a chainsaw. So that's good to know. And then Leatherface gets it bad. He gets the uppercut with those razor claws. So that doesn't do well for either of his faces. Let's see. And then, and he gets led into like this trap, or so he thinks. And it wasn't very clear to me why he thought it was a trap, but he goes down into a basement where there's like a movie projector playing, and he beats up Wolfman. Cause again, everybody is in weird outfits. It's so strange.
Probably was just a dude dressed as a wolf. Wasn't even a Wolfman.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. But basically it ends with he hears a crash. I think he even says something like it's a musical sound, the sound of glass breaking in Gotham. But the last scene of the book, what we see is him on a lower rooftop looking up at this window that's breaking, and falling out of it is Robin, the boy wonder. So with that, I'll hand it off to you guys.
Sure.
But yeah,
picking up where you left off, like you see Robin coming out of this window, and Batman kind of swoops in and grabs him, but then he realizes it's not really Robin. It was the actor hired to play Robin, but or actress, I should say. For a second, though, for a very second, I thought it was Carrie Kelly from Dark Knight Returns. I was like, what? Like, this doesn't make any sense now. Like, is this an Elseworld story? But then in the text, her name is Cindy Brooks. Is the name of this Robin. It's not really, it's an actress playing Robin. It's not really Robin.
Right.
But
wasn't it the girl that he rescued in the alley the night before, and then he took her home?
Is it? I don't know.
His lasso picked up on my wording wasn't the best.
I'm gonna take you home and do my Batman thing. No. He's gonna take her home. She's gonna do his Batman thing.
Oh,
that's how it's supposed to be. But anyway, like, oh yeah, okay. It says it right here. Yeah, it is. You're right. She's been drugged, I guess, and thrown out of a window. But she lived. And then we cut to the Joker with his movie. I want to call it staff. They're trying to help him kind of navigate the waters of this movie. And he's holding one of them hostage, like with a gun, like with a real gun. And he's like, I need more money. And they're like, nah, we're not going to give you more money. So he's trying to get this money for this movie, which obviously, he's trying to do something else with it, not just make money in the movie. And then we cut to the Batcave, which I think this is a really interesting part of this story. You cut to the Batcave, and you actually get to see this Batman, like, no cowl with his glasses on. I don't understand how you could be, not knocking people with glasses, but does the cowl have like prescription lens holders?
I
never understood that.
Now, but you're right. He's wearing glasses.
He's wearing, and by the looks of them, they're pretty thick.
They're pretty thick, and he's squinting. He's like, "Argh."
Yeah, they're pretty. Is this a beefy Mr. Magoo running around as Batman?
That's awesome.
But they look like the glasses themselves are probably bulletproof.
Yeah, who knew
So-
Azrael was blind?
I don't understand. Yeah, but whatever. Flash, you want to take it here real quick?
No, go ahead. You can. The baby's fussing on and off. So you
Oh
can
yeah,
finish.
that's right. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, no worries. So
I
we
just
cut.
came here to be supportive.
That's okay. We appreciate that. Cut to Commissioner Gordon hanging out at the old precinct, and he comes across who's he talking to? Who is that? That is Detective Bullock.
And Montoya, I think.
And Montoya. I have no idea what they're trying to pronounce. Something crazy, some slang word I can't even get out. Oh, it says get a load of this, all one word. No space. Get a load of this. But it's supposed to be like, maybe Boston slang. I don't know. It confused me, but I see it. Not this again. And there's a poster of this Death of Batman, TV show or movie or whatever they're working on. And it actually kind of looks like cool. I wouldn't mind having that poster just because it'd be kind of neat.
It does look pretty cool.
So they're looking at this poster, cut back to the Joker, and I guess he's hanging out with some crime bosses because there's just like a truckload of guns in the background. And he's trying to get some cash. Cut back outside to Commissioner Gordon. He's at the Bat Signal, and he's talking to, I believe, is Renee Montoya. There it is. Yep, it is Renee Montoya, and they are putting together the fact that it might not be the real Batman that they've been seeing around. And then I think this is okay. What's Azrael's name? I mean, I know it's
Jean-Claude Val.
Jean-Claude, yeah, the he's the Bruce Wayne of the Jean-Claude Batman. He's going into the hospital to see that girl that was drugged,
And he does have his glasses on.
He does have those.
So he needs them for more than just reading.
Yeah, probably driving. Yeah, it was pretty weird, but he picks up something happening at the where is this name of this place again? He's in the Metro D line. And there's just cops, a lot of cops, a lot of guns. Something's definitely happening. And it turns out to be where is it? I don't even know who this guy is. Or if it's a prop or something. The big skeleton face.
It's a prop. Yeah,
it's a prop.
They're,
Okay.
they're on a movie studio is where he's at. So everything he's seeing is kind of artificial.
You know what? That makes a lot more sense. I just kind of blew through this. But actually, that makes sense because
It wasn't a real Godzilla foot. You know that, right?
I don't know that. which makes sense because one of the weapons they used against this particular Batman were pies, like Three Stooges,
Yes.
and they actually pie him like right square, like right in the face, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah. In the water, there's rubber crocodiles.
Yep, rubber crocodiles in the water. But if you look at the panel, it looks like Batman was defeated by pies because there's a panel of him kind of like laying on the ground defeated, and there's just a bunch of pies all over the place. So I don't know, maybe he has a dairy allergy or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we finally figured it out. How do you defeat Batman? Pie. It's his great weakness.
Yeah, and cut to the police breaking in the building. They get attacked by a machine gun, and it's laying down a lot of fire. They hit the dirt, and And then it turns out, I think when a cop picks up the note that says "eat lead coppers," and then I look at the machine gun next to it with it on a string. Are they implying that those are blanks or just spent regular shells? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Doesn't make sense to me. But we cut back to the Batman, and he is chained to the basement. And that Cindy Brooks gal is hanging upside down above a water tank, and it looks like she's going to get dipped inside of it and drowned. But Batman, again, is chained to the basement. He can't really do anything, and that's where this particular story comes to a close. Just like in a movie.
All right. Now, 1 second here. I'm trying to get to... won't that work? I want to share this because this is just too awesome not to share.
You want me to put you up on the
Yeah, I'm about to get it. 1 second. Here we go. We got to show people what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And I love the little word amusement. As he takes a pie to the face.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's just great. He doesn't want to do that.
That's good.
And the pies were drugged, which is why it took him out. That's awesome.
Did the pie get into his eyes or his mouth or something? I don't know.
I guess.
Well, plus if you have an unconscious Batman on the ground, wouldn't you just take his mask off and shoot him?
So Lasso, it's funny. So Lasso's saying that Simon the Pie Man was a Batman villain in a 1960s cartoon. Not even kidding. You know what else is really weird? Just totally coincidental. I read that Silver Age Green Lantern #7 today, the first Sinestro, and in it, Hal Jordan he keeps talking to this little kid, and every time he talks to him, he calls the kid Pie Face. Like that's his name, Pie Face. So I don't know. Maybe DC has something with pies.
That's weird.
Yeah, pie has always been Bruce Wayne's weakness, especially Catwoman's.
Oh, that's a good one. I like it.
Oh,
that's, what about Talia al Ghul's though? I thought that was
got ourselves a little love triangle. But so far, what do you guys think of this this particular run?
The art's terrible.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this.
Really? You don't like it? I mean, I didn't hate the art quite as much as you guys. For me, I think a lot of it is just nostalgia. These are some of the first story arcs I ever read as a kid. But it's kind of silly. I mean, it's not the best story, I'll be honest. I mean, it's
well, I think you have to go from when you think about it, when you're going from Bane breaking Bruce's back to now we're stuck with this goofy heavy metal dickhead being Batman, and then he's not even being a good Batman at that. It's just kind of hard to read.
Yeah, and there's why are the criminals running around in such goofy outfits? I mean, if they're that ridiculous, why can't the cops get them? Yeah. I mean, it's not like they're super villains anymore, you know?
Well, it almost felt like it was a tribute to the Silver Age because, in the Silver Age, that was what most of the characters were, Captain Cold, Captain Boomerang, really, you're gonna throw a boomerang. That's really your shtick there. Right. And I felt like that this is going an ode to the Silver Age, but they didn't do it very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this, but it's what the people want, I guess.
So I have something that we haven't done on the Fanboys in quite a while. In fact, I don't think we've ever done it with you, Flash. Tony. We may have stopped it even before you, but what Tim and we used to do on every single Fanboys, we would come up with a piece of trivia for each other.
Trivia, okay.
And it was related to something in the books. So I picked out something from one of the books today, and we'll throw it out to you guys to see which one of you can get the right answer. So in the story, they mentioned that there is a pseudonym called Alan Smith. Smith with 2 E's on the end. So I don't know. Is it called Smithy? Alan Smith, Alan Smithy is a pseudonym for what? And they did tell us in the story.
You got me. I got nothing.
Oh, I'm trying to think here.
I've drawn a blank. I got nothing.
It's faster to Google with 2 hands, Flash.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I was scrolling through the books trying to see if I could. Hey, you never said we could use the book. I've got no clue.
Hey.
Nothing. You stumped us.
I'm out. Yeah, I'm out.
All right. So apparently Alan Smithy is a pseudonym for film directors who are unhappy with their finished product. And that was the clue that told Batman that the Joker kidnapped that girl.
How did you put? Okay, all right. Yeah,
you go back and you look, and that was it. I'm like, okay, Alan Smithy, it is.
I got you. Okay, here's a trivia here. In the poster that the Joker showed with the poster, the advertising the TV show or the movie, they give the credits at the bottom. Who did the music?
Harleen Quinzel.
No.
Homely Finn.
No. It's the correct answer is the Joker. If the Joker did everything.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He's a talented guy, that Joker.
Yeah. Based on the psychotic
I would like
obsession.
to get that. I would like to get that poster hung up. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
We should do that. I wonder if we can make that happen.
Yeah. If only we knew a decent artist.
I know, right? The only one I know will do things that you don't want done to you.
I believe you.
Wait, is there a Totally Finn cover circulating yet?
Not yet.
No, we gotta get the Stevie B one first.
Right.
There's
It's
a
gonna be
line
like
of secession.
Well, yeah, the Stevie B one's going to be an homage to The Godfather, just like with Stevie and the horse head in the bed.
No, I thought it was the Stevie B Harley Quinn mix up. He was gonna have like a one of those shirts he tied like in a knot.
Oh, that was
with his
so
big
bad.
gut.
Yeah.
And the Daisy Dukes being held together by just enough button.
Oh, so bad. We do need to get that made.
Yeah. And he says ponytails for some reason.
Right. Collect a Lot wants to know how all those villains got promoted to captain. That's a good question.
Yeah, they go to villain officer candidate school. And then they graduate. That's my guess. But does anybody here have any cool books they want to show?
I got something. I mean,
all right, you got something? All right, let's see what you got. You've got a decent collection. You might have one or two things I like.
I might have something here. So for those that missed it, we were just on my channel about 30 minutes before the show started doing a special unboxing, and I showed this off. It's a big day for me. I finally got my Green Lantern #7. This is the first appearance of Sinestro in a raw 6.0 condition. First Sinestro, Green Lantern #7. This is, I believe this is 1960, I want to say. I think it's 1960. And this is the last book that I needed. I now own literally every Green Lantern book from the Silver Age to current. So I achieved a major 15-year goal today. So pretty cool.
That is really cool. I know I'm super jelly. Flash, what do you got, bro?
I have the first appearance of Captain Cold, which is, I wish they would have, I don't understand this cover. I've never really understood how this says for anything. I don't know. And then I have the first
You
appearance.
like flicking them?
Yeah,
Is that a giant hand just like kind of giving him a sack tap?
yeah. I think this is what has given him the powers to crotch bump Wonder Woman.
Okay. It's the origin.
Yeah, exactly. The origin story of the crotch bump, and then Captain Boomerang.
Yeah. Yes, Lasso. Sinestro totally got cheated on the cover for number 7 because there's no indication that he is in that book. And then his first cover appearance is 2 issues later in number 9, which is a beautiful cover.
I decided to, since we're on the subject of Sinestro, I decided I was going to show off my Sinestro New 52 number 1 autograph, which is pretty awesome, signed by Colin Bunn. I also have number 2 here by Dale. I can never pronounce his name. Ogisham. I'm probably very wrong, but it's pretty cool. And number 3, is this even signed? I don't even think this one's signed, so I don't know why it's in my autograph bin. Yeah, I don't think this one's signed. So just these 2 then.
I think Tony just like puts books randomly like in all over his boxes so he can have little surprises once in a while.
Yeah,
It's happened once or twice. Once or twice. You're like, I hate this book. We'll put it right over there. I'll forget about it for a couple of years, and sure enough, you'd be surprised, especially if it's a number 1.
You know, it's not a bad thing to do. I gotta say, I've done that before. It actually happened to me with Amazing Spider-Man 300. I had no idea I had that book. And I was going through a box one day and I was like, oh, look at this.
I wonder how many people have done that with a Green Lantern book, like something like that. Speaking of cool Green Lantern books, I know someone that got a Showcase 22 because it was labeled incorrectly on eBay. It was labeled as Shoecase number 22. So no one was bidding on it, and he won.
Much? How much?
Dirt cheap. I don't recall the exact price, but it was when they said that, I didn't believe them, and then they showed me, and I was like, "You lucky SOB."
I am now the first thing I do when I wake up every morning now is I'm going to get on eBay and type in Shoecase 22 just to see if it's out there.
I think the reason they got it like that is because it was coming from a place where English isn't predominantly the main language, so maybe there's a language barrier there. But then I was thinking, dude, maybe it's like, yeah, it's Showcase 22, but is it in that language? No, it was a real deal.
Oh my gosh! How do
Showcase 22.
Wow.
I don't know how he just found it. He maybe stumbled upon it, but it was so cheap where I was like, man, like, you're an idiot if you don't bid on it at that price.
Yeah.
I'll have to find out and relay the price, but it was like, you think they were lying when they said they bought it for that price.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. But
well, there's no Shoecase number 4s out there. I just looked.
No Shoecase number 4. That's funny. But who's got what coming on their channel? I know Flashpoint. You're probably out for a while.
Yeah,
you just had a youngster.
Yeah, because I have a closet full of stuff. Eventually, I'll be going through it. I've got some grails that I picked up from Marvel. Actually, nonetheless, I love Rocket Raccoon, so I got the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon. I got first Star-Lord, and then first Groot. So I'm pretty excited about that. And hopefully,
now
Iron Man
Star-Lord,
number 1.
Did you get the magazine?
Yep, I got both the magazines and the comic form. So
okay, cool, wow. And Groot, that's an old one, right?
Yeah,
that's a really old book.
Yep.
Huh? I don't know what you guys are talking about. So I don't collect Marvel. I collect good books. Well, as of late, I wish I could say that, but yeah, who knows?
Do you want me to go pull up my Constantine, my first Constantine? I can do that. If that's not a good book.
I'm good.
Go open it right now for you, Tony.
I'm good. I'm good. But Comic Fu, what do you got coming up on your channel?
I actually have a new unboxing. I need to finish editing it. I filmed it a few days ago, but it's a pretty cool one. I've got some new spec in there that I think is pretty fun. So that will be coming out soon. And then I tell you what, after getting this book here, I am more energized than ever to finish up my. I've got about 2 more Green Lantern videos that I need to get done, and I want to get my. I want to get this index together, the catalog together to send off to the Guinness.
Yeah, man, that's going to be a lot of fun. You are like documenting that as you go along, right? Are you going to make a video like about your submission? Because I think it's really interesting, and I would love to.
I probably
see
should.
how that works.
I could do something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I'm very interested to see how that works.
Yeah, for sure.
Because when you were talking about it, and I was like, man, like, wonder what the Guinness Book of World Records is for signatures. I blow that out of the water.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
I guess maybe it's something that
I'll definitely do that. I hadn't thought of that, but I will. Yeah.
Chick-fil-A is better. Screw KFC. You know what? I second the motion.
Good.
Chick-fil-A is better. Yeah. Well, of course, Chick-fil-A is great for Dave. He's got a man on the inside.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say he gets it for free.
No, he doesn't work there anymore.
Oh,
What?
well,
I know. I can get my tires changed now.
chicken sandwich, tire change.
I know. I'm going for the chicken.
Yeah, I'd stick with the chicken sandwich.
Well, a video that I'm actually going to be going through though is I just
document it and sell it to Netflix. Yeah, I'll be the next Tiger King.
There you go.
Exactly.
Green Lantern King.
I just got a bunch of the Mortal Kombat comic books back from CGC. So I also just picked up, I don't know if you guys are reading God of War, The Fallen God, like these, if you played God of War, like great game series, and I've been playing since like first God of War, and I'm picking up the old comics. A great read, even if you're not into the games, and comic book, like video game comic books are apparently becoming the next big thing because I bought 5 copies of that to try to get a 10.0, and I paid cover price, and they already sell it for $20. So something to spec in if you're interested.
That's okay. In Arkham Knight Genesis, the comic that I have, that's the first actual appearance of the Arkham Knight in a comic book. And then in Detective Comics 1000, I think was his continuity debut. I think, or 1000, somewhere around there. But on my channel,
the book where they only had a few covers, right?
Yeah, only like 300 or 400 covers. On my channel, I just filmed the weirdest unboxing of a lifetime. I unboxed, I don't know if you can see it, this big mother box up here full of food.
Oh, yeah. How was it?
I haven't cooked anything yet, but
okay.
Have
you put the video out?
Video's up.
Okay, I gotta go see that.
It's pretty cool. Some of the stuff is really cool. I had high hopes for it, but my wife, who is a coffee drinker, so I let her have the coffee because I don't like coffee. She said the coffee was awful.
Oh no.
So I don't have a whole lot of high hopes going forward. So we'll see. That's another thing coming up is we're gonna actually eat the food and film it.
Nice.
Would Tony eat Harley Quinn blueberries? No. The answer is I will not. Good looking out there, bro.
When is Mama?
I see there's a request in the chat too.
What is it? I missed it.
Lasso's got a request in the chat, and they're all talking about chicken. So yeah, let's talk about the most famous chicken comic book of them all. We've got 9.8 signed by Neil Adams.
I was just going to say who's that signed.
Lantern and Colonel Sanders. How awesome is that? And he's saying it's finger licking, and he goes, never again.
It's funny you bring that up because one of the things I love in comic books is dumb crossovers. And that's got to be one of the dumbest crossovers.
Well, and this is like a San Diego Comic-Con. I want to say that there was only 100 of these made. They're very, very rare.
Really? I've seen a couple of them. I guess maybe I'll pick them up now.
I could be wrong, but I mean that's what that was the information I had at the time, that there was like 100 or so of these, that they were pretty rare. So if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But
I feel like CGC would note that, because I feel like that's noteworthy.
No, you know what? They don't though, because I have a couple of like Scorpion exclusive like Batman Who Laughs covers, and they're limited to 500, and it just says Scorpion Comics Edition. Doesn't say that it's limited to 500.
I have a couple of CBCS books that are graded where the issues were really low print, and it notes that like
I think it's
low print.
It depends.
Like it'll say limited to however many thousand books printed or something. Maybe that's something CGC doesn't recognize. I have no idea.
Well, you should be happy. I just submitted $10 to CBCS too to get signatures verified. So
there you go.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need my pile of signatures just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I gotta start sending them in. But
what about Harley Quinn pie? No,
I'm gonna pass.
I think that pie has been a little too used up for my taste.
It's been sitting in the window a long time. If you catch my drift.
The Joker stuck his fingers in it one too many times.
I mean, I was trying to really imply that you just went straight there. Like, I mean, go for it, man.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I thought we were talking about.
Yeah.
Your Teens Titans 12 doesn't say first appearance of Batman Who Laughs. Really? Mine does, doesn't it? If I could find it. Oh yeah, right here.
Lasso. You left Lasso speechless.
It's okay. Flash dipped into Wonder Woman's pie too. It's okay.
Yeah, mine says first appearance of the Bat. If I can get it to focus,
but that's CBCS. He's saying CGC. Right?
Oh. Okay, I understand. My bad.
Yeah,
my
CGC does a lot of weird things because like my Flash that I just picked up, the 180 and 181. Technically, those are the first and second appearances of the Samuroids. And there's nothing in either one that says first appearance or second appearance of the Samuroids. And I'm like, well, there's no other appearances of these, so I don't understand. But all right.
Yeah, both companies do things that are weird. That's why I prefer CBCS for all your grading comics needs. This video is in no way sponsored.
It could be, though. If you guys watch us on the rerun, we'll take sponsors.
Hopefully somewhere like Chick-fil-A doesn't sponsor us, because that would just be the worst.
Yeah. Or somewhere that will change my tires, you know.
Yeah. Or Firestone is listening, you know.
Right?
Firestone and Chick-fil-A present. Oh, that's funny.
The mashup we've all been waiting for.
Yes, that's the crossover. Yeah. Get your tires changed, or maybe like you see those two restaurants that usually like an A&W or like a what's that, Long John Silver's. Yeah. Maybe they'll start doing that now, like a Chick-fil-A on one side of the building, Firestone or Pet Boys or whatever on the other side.
Yeah, like when you're in the drive-through to pick up your chicken and you're at the window, but like the ground's also, it's like one of those Jiffy Lube floors where like there's people under it, right? And they're just like swapping out your tires while you're, giving your card to the window and things like that.
A NASCAR pit crew comes out and they just real quick jack up your car, swap the tires out.
I mean, leave it to the Doge Lords. I mean, really, we should be running these companies.
Yes, we should.
Right? These companies aren't thinking.
Oh, speaking of which, I am doing a giveaway. So as we mentioned earlier,
are you giving Dogecoin away?
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
When he said giveaway,
the answer is no. You have to hold.
Yeah, hold it. See, when he said, if you notice, I want everyone to go look back. When he said, I'm doing a giveaway, he kind of does this. I thought he was looking at his kid.
That might be another day. So I'm actually going to give this statue away of Red Death. All you have to do is buy 1 share of Dogecoin and send me proof that you do it.
Hey.
And so for 34, or hold on, let me look real quick. Let me
34 cents.
So right now for 30 cents around, 32 cents, you can have a chance to win this statue. Let's go to the moon, comic family. We can do it.
Best $50 I ever spent.
That's awesome. That's a good way to do it.
There you
I
go.
like it. It's creative.
Yeah.
I need everyone to hurry up and do that so I can. Can you buy Doge with PayPal? I don't think so.
No, not yet.
I don't think so.
Soon though, you're eventually gonna be able to buy a Tesla with it, so don't worry.
And yeah, how much of Dogecoin is a Tesla? 8 billion Dogecoin. That would be too much. Be too much. But okay. Anybody got anything for the good of the group? Oh yeah. If you noticed, we're one guy short today. And we just couldn't be happier. I'm just kidding. We love Tim and Tom. Both of those guys are real cool.
Not a fan of Samantha though.
Not a fan of Samantha. That guy sucks. I don't know where he is.
Well, Tim had a conflict tonight with family stuff going on, I think.
I was going to say family things, but I didn't want to say it and be wrong because I look silly. He thinks his family is more important than us. Remember, safety
this is
first.
what happens when you don't buy Doge. You don't appreciate those closest to you.
And yeah, you know what? We did ask him to buy Doge, and he said no. And now we've all tripled our money basically, and he has not doing anything. When will this channel review Teen Titans?
I think we have that scheduled about 4 years from now when we finally finish up Night Quest.
Yeah. And that way we can all retire. By the time we get through Night Quest, we've already sold all of the Doge.
We're on the moon.
We're living on the moon.
Tony's finally going to get his first appearance at Constantine to join the group.
I still won't find one that I want, though. It'll be 80 years from now.
Yep.
Someone will be handing me one, and I'll be 80 years old. I'll have a stroke and die before I can touch it.
There you go.
But that would happen. But anyway,
you know what though? I really would like to do a Teen Titans. Like if we did that first, like the first bit of the run. I don't even know what would be a good initial run. Like the first 10 books or something over a few nights.
Assuming they want, because
they want new Teen Titans like that. What's his name? Wolfman. Did he do it? Yeah, he did it, right?
Yep. I think Marv Wolfman did it.
Wolfman, thank you. Yeah.
On the Fanboys channel, I have several Magic Mondays pre-made, which coincide with at the same time I'm releasing a video on the Fanboys Network for reviewing the story, and at the same time I'm also releasing a video on my channel where we actually dive into the book and look at the pages. So those will be released simultaneously. Not this week, but probably next week. To give myself some cushion. But stay tuned for that. That's on the Fanboys channel. If you haven't subscribed, you're missing out because there's some good content on there. Especially Magic Lasso's Wonder Woman reviews are always really funny. It's because I'm editing them and I'm like laughing my ass off every time.
His tips for collectors and his spec picks are really good too. His latest of what's going to be the next in thing, he's saying is going to be coverless books. Everyone's going to be after them.
Why? I just found this out. Did you know you can send
I don't think it's true. I mean, everybody's going to be ripping the cover off their book.
I didn't know this, but you can send in to get slabbed just the cover.
Yeah.
So if you find a cover of like say
it's like a 0.5
book,
right?
Yeah, you can send in. It's a cover.
Well, yeah, because you got to think though. So that's like, so they do that for people to have a chance. So not everybody can get a showcase number 4 or showcase 8 or showcase 22. But if you find the cover, you spend a couple $100 on the cover only. I mean, which is crazy to think about. You're spending a couple $100 on just the cover of the book.
Oh, you can get a page. And I think it actually says PG, doesn't it?
Yeah, PG. Mr. Comics 89 got a page from Amazing Fantasy 15. It's your way to get your Grail without spending $15,000 on a BS character.
Right. Yeah,
No,
I think
thank
his
you.
page it's not even part of the Spider-Man story because I think there was like multiple stories in AF-15. But yeah, no, you're right.
Not for me. Not for me.
No?
I got to click the whole thing, not part of it. But that's just how my collection works.
Yeah, I mean I think it's really for like as you go much further back, and these are things that you couldn't do any other way.
Oh,
Sure.
sure.
It's just your tie to it, I guess. You know.
Yeah, it's like if you wanted to collect Shazam and you wanted the first appearance of Shazam, you don't want to spend $13,000 on a crappy copy. You spend $1,000. I think there's one up on eBay for like $1,200 for just the cover. You send it in, you know, so at least you can say you have the first appearance of Shazam without, you know, having the full book kind of deal.
Right.
Hey, I just need Dogecoin to do its thing, and I'll be buying a Wiz Comics #1 in no time.
There you go.
We're all going to buy Action
All-Star
Comics.
8?
What?
What is All-Star 8 that
First appearance of Wonder Woman.
Oh, is it? Which is the one? Is it 6 that's like Aquaman and Green Arrow?
I think yes.
There's one of them. It's like multiple first appearances. It's like an untouchable book.
Let me go ask Comic Tom and his favorite app real quick and see.
I got to hold a Justice League #1. That was kind of like my cool thing.
Wow.
A book that I'll never own.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it.
Hey, never say never.
Oh, I can say never on that book.
Dude, Dogecoin could
You're on
be
the
like
moon. You could be reading it on the moon.
Yeah, I could be reading it on the moon.
You can crumple it up when you're done, toss it in the trash can.
Whip out the next one and read that one. That would be fun.
Ooh, Psycho
I'm just
Pirate.
kidding, Lasso. We're not ruining books.
Go ahead, send me Harley Quinn books. See what happens. A triple dog dare somebody.
So there's All Star Comics 37, which is the Injustice Society. All Star Comics 38, which is Black Canary and the JSA. Then 41 Black. Let's see here. I don't see.
Those are sick comics. Like I've never even seen one of those.
Yeah.
Where do you even go to buy those?
So you go to Heritage Auction. I just actually got a All Star Comics 23 because a lot of them are actually pretty reasonably priced. So like All Star Comics 23 is the first Psycho Pirate. You know, Flash Villain. Oh no, not Flash Villain. Who's Psycho Pirate? Maybe I can't remember whose villain he is. A lot of these are really like affordable books. Surprisingly, I mean, I guess depending. Like All Star Comics 58 is the first appearance of Power Girl. Power Girl, super affordable.
More Fun 73. Okay.
Oh, is it More Fun? Yeah, as I say, I don't see it in All Star.
Okay.
Have you seen those, random tangent too, but comic book related? Have you seen those apps that are similar to like Robinhood, but you can invest into like Hulk 181s? You can buy.
I've seen those.
I heard about something like that.
Yeah. I was like, they're selling Action Comic #1 shares for $100 a piece, and I'm like, dude, maybe I get in on that. I don't know.
Yeah, if they let me hold it.
I could see Action, but very, very few books could I see that being smart to do with. I wouldn't do it with a 181.
I wouldn't do it with a 181. But
Maybe
do it with sports cards too, and memorabilia and stuff like that.
Ooh, no, I wouldn't.
It just sounds like a shady market to me. No,
I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, I could see an Action or like a Detective 27. I mean, yeah, those are like investment quality, but there's very few books that would be of that caliber where I'd want to go in on something like that. You know, like it's different if like you're going to spend the money, you got the book in your hand. Because then, I mean, that has additional value then, right?
Yeah, they send it to you. You can hold it for the weekend. Get pictures with it. You got to send it to the next guy and the next guy.
No, it's like a timeshare.
Yeah. What happens if someone damages it, though? Then you're screwed.
No, it's like it's in a closet somewhere where they've rented a room and like some office space. And like 1 week out of the year, you get to go visit it, you know?
It's like prison.
Yeah, you can't touch it. It's behind glass, but you can visit it.
You can go look at it.
Right.
You own that tiny little crinkled up corner down there. That's you.
Yeah. That is a weird thing. Like if you're going to invest in something like that, like, I mean, because comic books, like you want them in your hands. Like Like, why wouldn't you just go invest in something else, like stocks or something, right?
Well, see, because think about it though. So comic books are so volatile now. Like, think about it. Look at this giant bubble. So I think so if you did these whatever investments, Action Comics, I think the last sale jumped up $2 million for the last sold of Action Comics #1.
I made the exception for Action. That's
a lot.
case.
Look at Hulk 181, X-Men 1. Look at that. Your giant size X-Men #1 that you were talking.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I feel like Hulk 181 though is it's expensive, but it's still within the totally possible to own someday.
Yeah.
For now though, but the thing though is, I don't think with a lot of these books, and I was looking into it, I don't think a lot of these books, like the first, like Hawkman, if you want the first appearance of Zatanna, right now, that's why I bought 3 other copies at low grades, because right now is the time to get them before they, if this lady that's supposedly writing her movie is as good as they say she is, and it does good. Movies have so much effect on books now that if it's a good movie, those prices aren't gonna go down. So if they reintroduce Wolverine and Hulk and they do great, it's just gonna keep going up.
What's funny is I saw that Hawkman, the Zatanna. I saw it at the con. I think it was about, I want to say it was like 400 to 600. It was in that range. It was just sitting there right in front of me. I could have gotten it. It was in pretty nice shape. I ended up getting the Constantine instead. Honestly, I would have gone for the Zatanna, but then the value in seeing Tony's face week after week when we hold up our Constantine, it was like it wasn't a choice.
It's like those Family Guy memes. He's Meg. We're all, me, you, and Tim are just sitting in the top hats, and he's Meg.
What's so funny is none of us even knew until we all held it up, and Tony's just like, "Thanks, guys." It's like, oh, whoops.
Yep, that's that one's pretty high on the list for me for the future.
See, your wife has it right. Invest in Doge. There we go. See,
that's my mom.
Whoops.
Look, everybody right here. This
makes collectibles expensive.
This is my mother. Everybody go subscribe to my mom. Blow her up overnight. Make her
do it.
Look out, PewDiePie.
Right?
I should put my wife's on here too. Everyone go sub up my wife. 2 people that will probably never produce any content.
Wasn't it Tim that like we were subbing up his wife and he hadn't subbed her up yet?
Yeah,
or something?
Me and Metarog were the first ones, and then she got a bunch of subscribers, and then Tim's like, "Oh, I should probably subscribe too," but he was like one of the last ones to subscribe to his own wife, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, but Watchmen, you're right.
But the problem though was the Watchmen movie was trash compared to the book. Like, I couldn't stand it.
I loved it, man.
Dude, it was like almost spot on. Like,
I thought it was
artistically,
fantastic.
I thought it was brilliant.
So artistically, yes, but the actors were just so bad. I couldn't stand the actors.
Man, they even got the music from the book at the right spot in the movie. Like, I don't think people realize that the music in the movie, if you haven't read the book, it's literally from the book. Like, when he's driving that like speeder across the snow, like it's playing all along the Watchtower. Like, it's amazing. Like, I thought the movie was brilliant. And that was Snyder too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that was Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Flashpoint trying to get kicked out the show.
Did you see the trailer for Zack Snyder's new Army of the Dead project on Netflix? Looks really cool.
No,
I'm excited for it. It looks really cool.
Tony, I was going to tell you, if you want Zack Snyder signatures, a shop. So since I told my shop here and locally to F off because he was a crook, a buddy of mine hooked me up with one of his LCSs in New York, and apparently he goes in and does signings every other weekend. So I now have the entire metal and death metal coming towards me signed by Zack Snyder, and I'm going to send them to CBCS eventually. So if you want some Zack Snyder signatures, I got the hookup now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we might have to work something out. That would just be fun. I would love to get one of those like Justice League like movie like variants.
Yeah,
I think it'd be kind of fun. I want to know what convention these people went to where they have everybody from Ben Affleck. They got Henry Cavill. They got Gal Gadot, Ezra Miller, Ray Fisher. They got the entire cast to sign their comic book. CGC witnessed. Like,
It
what
had to
was
have been
this?
some kind of event, like not a con. It had to have been like an event with the movie.
Yeah,
The
and you
CGC
paid.
was there. That's nuts.
Yeah, you paid good money for that because there's a set. So I'm half tempted to sell some comics because there's a set sitting on eBay right now for $2,500 for all of the books, and they're all signed by the entire cast of the Justice League. And then I saw Cyborg's signature, and I'm like, yeah, no, that just devalues the book by a couple. That's a $5 book now.
You know
I
what's
would
funny?
love to get that book.
When the first Justice League movie came out and Cyborg was in it, I didn't hate him. I didn't love him by any means because there wasn't much there one way or another, right? But it was like, all right. When then all that nonsense went on, all those news stories came out about the actor arguing with the studio with Snyder. I don't even know what it was all about. A lot of silliness. But I then watched the movie, the updated movie, and he got all that more additional screen time, as Cyborg. It was really bad. Like his character just.
Well, like, Cyborg as a character, you look at his series in Rebirth. You get 10 issues. Cyborg as a character cannot do well on his own, and it's sad to say that because he's infused with the Mother Box, and I feel like if they did it right, he could be some really cool Apocalypse, Dark Side stories or whatever. But yeah, it's just so bad of a character. I can't with him.
Yeah. No, they didn't. I was kind of surprised after all the stuff that we saw, from the actor in the news, then to finally see the movie. It was like, I wouldn't be opening my mouth complaining about stuff if I just acted like that in this big of a movie. Like I would have kept my mouth shut and just been happy for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been the same thing. Like it's like, getting drafted to the NFL. Oh, I'm going 99th round. Yeah, okay, I'll sign whatever contract you put in my face. I don't care. Same thing. Like, hey, we want you to be in a Justice League movie. Like, I'll play a homeless man on the street. I don't care.
Right. You're paying me $500,000 to get killed by Cyborg? Deal. Sign me up.
Sign me up. Yeah. Oh, Darkseid's gonna rip me in half like a phone book? Cool. Make it happen. Not a peep. I don't understand. But then again, maybe something happened behind the scenes that, we didn't get the whole scoop on. I don't know.
Now, okay, what if, though, you were offered a chance to be in that movie or they offered you 1,000 Dogecoin?
At this point, I'll take the Dogecoin. Just because of the potential. I mean, what am I going to... I'm not even going to get an entry into the IMDb, right? But a Doge, like, I could be on Forbes,
You're going to be on the moon.
I'm going to be on the moon looking at my magazine where I'm on the cover of Forbes, 10 most.
If we make it big, we gotta make gold coins and dive in them like Scrooge McDuck.
I'll be in. If I was going to be in Forbes, it would be top 10 most accidental millionaires.
Yeah. I love the meme they've got where they've got like the business table of all the like the billionaires, and then at the middle is Big Bird, and they're like, "Yep, this is me on Doge."
I've seen that one. That one's good.
It's got like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, all the big guys, and then Big Bird.
Yeah, or it could crash. But you know what? I've invested so little and I've made so much. Like it could go way down and I'd still be up.
Yep.
Yeah. At this point, even if it dropped to 15 cents, I'm still okay with that.
For me too. It could drop in half and I'd still be on top.
Right.
I got nothing. I'm not worried about it.
Hold on, but don't say that though, because we got to be worried about Fu's son though. He invested at 25 cents. We got to go to the moon now.
He invested a quarter.
My son.
1 quarter.
No, he got in when it was a quarter.
Oh, when it was a quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, he said he invested a quarter. Like,
but it's funny because, like the past weekend it's been all over the place, and he's like, yeah, it's down to 31, and I'm like, dude, you bought in at 25. What are you complaining about?
Yeah, you're on top, bro.
And then he's like, oh yeah.
I'm driving my wife bananas talking about Dogecoin.
Oh, I know. Me too.
Good, I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
She's giving me the whole. I wish you'd focus your attention on something else. Like I'm making money.
So much fun.
I'm making money. What do you want? You know.
Dude, just know what the best thing for me out of this is the community that Doge has is like, yes, it's a meme, but the thing is, it's fun. Like we're all laughing about it, and like most of the people are of the mentality of like, fuck it. If we're just gonna make some awesome memes. If it goes to
because they dropped $50 on it, and they're like, yeah, this is hysterical.
Yeah, exactly. It's already worth it.
I think if I cash out right now, I'm looking at like just under $400.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
3,500.
Yeah, and I'm in at like $50. But if I cash out now, I've made my money.
You skipped a couple Happy Meals.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at your Constantine.
Look at me. Does it look like I skip Happy Meals? If I get any bigger, I'm gonna be I'm gonna turn into a Happy Meal. I'm gonna morph into one.
You know what? All I say is I wish I was old enough to invest into sealed Pokemon boxes because god damn, that is crazy.
People paying $1 million for one.
Well, yeah, because
what?
One box of Pokemon cards from 1999 is selling for $1 million.
One box, $1 million.
And then a Charizard card from that same box is selling for $700,000.
Truth.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you know how many boxes I destroyed with my 10-year-old little fingers?
Wow.
That's what it's. And the thing is everyone's worried about the comic book market. I think I don't know what it's called, but I think we're going back to the early 2000s. That was like City Councilman McCheese.
When he was still voter McCheese.
But I think collectibles as a whole, maybe not figures and stuff, but card games and everything else, even comics. I think a lot of these prices are going to be here to stay because it's now we're coming into a resurgence of people that weren't buying Pokemon cards, for example, are now swooning in and buying. They can't even keep product on the shelf, and even newer products that are just coming out are selling for 2 times or 3 times what they MSRP for. And it's ridiculous. And even comic books now, like Tim was upset because he thought he wasn't going to get that Joker 2 cover because they were selling for $20 or whatever, and everyone was sold out. I think as much as people complain or say that there's bad writing, I don't think it's as bad as people say it is. I mean, I prefer it not be woke bullcrap, but I mean, the market's showing what people are enjoying,
Yeah. It really was funny. I talked about this on the last video we did, but it was so funny reading this Green Lantern 7 today. Like, you're talking about the woke nonsense. Like, such a contrast to, I mean, have we really come this far? Like, in this book, like, they're literally making it a point that it's evil to tell people to stop talking. Like, it's just, and here we are. It's what? I guess it's what, 60 years later? It's not that long. That's just nuts. And now it's the norm.
Yeah, it's weird. What strange times we live in. Toilet paper's out of stock. Everyone's got to stay home. Well, not so much anymore. But.
Collectibles are a form of stock. I agree. A very volatile form. It's weird. I don't know how you guys feel, but I almost feel more anxious about my collection over the last few years because it has gone up in value so much. It was almost a little nicer when it wasn't.
Yeah.
Because then it was just my collection. And now I almost have like this additional burden on myself. Like, oh, what about the value? And it's like, but I didn't get it for that reason,
Yeah.
Well, and that's what everyone needs to, because the thing is this market now is filled with people that entered their hobby. Like, people entered this hobby just to flip and make money. You see it on Instagram. You see it everywhere. People have joined the hobby to ruin it by they're not buying to collect. They're buying to make money. And that's in every hobby now. And the way that I think about it is like, yeah, that showcase number 8 is worth $2,000, but it's never going to leave my house. You know what I mean? Unless it was like a dire family emergency, I'm not going to sell that book. It means something to me. So the value, it having a $2,000 price tag doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, we are run by Sinestro. It's true. And it was all for the best intentions.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I just
you're right. Sounds familiar.
I just think the problem is that we all see it all day, every day when we're like even talking on Instagram. You see all those posts. It's all about look at the comic book YouTube channels that are doing the most, like the best, who get the most views. It's ones that are talking about spec, flipping books, or what books to buy to make money on,
or auctions.
Yep.
I don't understand auctions. Like it's over now. Like you can go out.
Yeah. But those are the well, it's because now everyone can go look on their phone, and now they don't have to leave their house to buy books.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't have to before, but now it's even worse because now every day there's always 20 or 30 YouTube comic book auctions going on. And I think that everyone is getting swarmed by trying to pick up the next big thing and trying to be like, oh man, I missed out on X-Men #1. So what's going to be, oh, well, X-Men #2 or 3, I'm going to go buy 20 copies of those, which then cause the spike. And then everyone, it's not about collecting books to have. It's about, it's just about, oh, well, I'm going to hold on to these and then make thousands of dollars when this book spikes because, they just announced a new Hulk movie or whatever.
No, it's funny you mentioned that because I've actually been thinking a lot. I'm going to slow down my collecting a bit, at least on the newer books on my pull list. I'm trying to figure out what I can do without because my pull list is already kind of small compared to some people like Stan or someone, right? But I'm thinking about cutting it down even more and also maybe even thinking about maybe not so many purchases at the LCS and really kind of trying to focus a little bit more on the Silver Age. Because again, in terms of collectability, value in the long term, things like that. And that's where I'm still missing a lot of my collection, and I was thinking about it. Cause like when I was walking around that con the other week, I lapped that floor a good 2 times and I didn't know what I was going to get because I wasn't interested in too much because I had everything I wanted, like what Tony was saying earlier, right?
What was I saying earlier? I don't even remember.
That you've got all the keys that you want. Like you've already got your grails.
Yeah.
And for me, it's much the same. I mean, there's definitely some grails I still want, right? But I've just been thinking it would probably make sense to focus a little bit more on the Silver Age. And especially now that we are talking about all the value that's going into these books, I think that's probably a good, less volatile place to put the money than some of these newer moderns. Because I'll be honest, they make me nervous.
Well, it's just like, no offense, like, and I know I give you crap about it, but like Naomi. So Naomi is a prime example of a book that was so overprinted. The CGC census is high. Like,
you think?
I know so. Like, if you look at books, so look at them. So when you look at Golden Age books, like I have my All Flash Quarterly #1. That book has only, I think, 100 copies on the CGC census. So, and then when you look at books, prime example too, Venom Lethal Protector #1, 9,900 copies of it on the CGC census right now.
Yeah,
and that book is selling for $200 a book. I just sold my 10 copies for $210 a piece.
What, slabbed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's still ridiculous. So that should be a $75 book at a 9.8 because there's 10,000 of them on the census.
Yeah, I mean, I can buy a 9.8 raw for like $15.
Yeah. And that's the problem, though, is, like me, my pull list mainly consists of, I love the Swamp Thing covers, so I'm collecting Swamp Thing, and I'm mainly getting indies as my local, I've been loving, like, Something is Killing the Children, like that. I've been reading these, and
I missed out on that one.
Yeah, I've been collecting. My LCS is for what I want to read, and all of my money now is going into Golden Age. Like I guess I'm past the point of Silver Age because I've really got the grails that I want from the Silver Age, other than some Marvel ones.
Yeah.
But now, Golden Age and Silver Age, if you're talking about collectability and you're talking about investment, Silver and Golden Age, because they were so low print runs, if you get good quality books, even like 6.0, 7.0s of books, they're only going to go up because they're low,
Yep.
It's like ASM 300. That book has so many copies on the census too, and I don't know how that book is so expensive. It's ridiculous.
Well, it is Venom. It's Venom. That's why.
Yeah, these are strange times we live in. That's for sure. I'm
Yep.
ready for this stuff to be done.
All right, Tony's kicking us off.
All right. So
Yep.
no, but yeah, this
We
is
should wrap this up.
a good conversation. I'm always down to have this conversation, but that's probably for another episode, especially when we start talking about variants. I mean, it's a white hot button for everybody.
Oh yeah, so over the variants.
We all are, but yeah, don't forget. Next week we are on. I don't
Not
know his
mine.
channel, someone else's channel. That's not mine because
I think Flash. You said you're taking a little break, right?
Well, I already did. I'll probably be
Oh.
on next weekend.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no,
fair enough.
not on Sunday.
Oh, look at that, we got him in trouble.
No,
It's
I'm going to Utah for a baby shower for Friday. Well, a
Okay.
welcome to Earth shower at this point, and I'll be
Welcome
back
to
Sunday. I should be back on Sunday, but we'll do
Welcome
it.
to Earth. You gonna go see some aliens?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's they're pie eating aliens.
Weird.
Weird.
Hopefully Tim will be back next weekend. Don't forget, if you're
I think it's going to be on Tim's channel.
yes.
Yep.
I did a really cool unboxing, folks. Check it out. Check it out. It's right here somewhere. There's a button to subscribe. I don't know where it is, but it's over here somewhere.
None of the places he's pointing to.
Back here. Is it back here? Is it back here? It's somewhere back here, I bet. There's a subscribe button. Check with or subscribe to all these other guys here, right too, in the chat. Subscribe each other up in the chat as well. Who knows? Maybe you guys will watch me fail at grilling a burger. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I can totally do that. Tell you what, though, I do make a mean duck, and I can't wait to do that again. But I think that's going to wrap things up on this end. Thanks for hanging out with us. Double tip of the hat to Comic Fu for picking up his new Grail.
Thank you.
Mad jelly.
Yeah, congratulations.
Very cool. But until next week, we will see all of you next week.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
See you guys later.